What's going on? In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Nikon D80. I bought this camera a few days ago. I'm taking some pictures with it, and today I'm just going to talk about my first impressions with this. Pretty much just some quick thoughts on using this for a few days. However, I will have a full video about this on my other channel, so definitely go subscribe to that channel if you're not already. I'll link that down in the description. But I just want to talk about a few things I noticed from my first couple times using this, first few pictures taken with it. So like I said, I got this camera a few days ago, and I actually bought it with the Sigma 10 to 20mm lens, and I brought both of these on a little weekend vacation that we had. And pretty much off the bat, I noticed that the autofocus in this was definitely better than I thought. Being that this camera is from 2006, which makes it like 14 years old or something, I don't know if I did that math right, 16 years old, and this costs like $40 to $60 depending on the condition if you get one used on like eBay or something. I really wasn't expecting any sort of usable autofocus, but I was pretty surprised to find out that autofocus worked fine. You know, I wasn't doing anything crazy. I had an ultra wide angle lens, so I really didn't put it through its paces yet with that. But the autofocus worked fine. I really had no issues with it. Pretty much always got focus how I wanted it to. Now something else that I really didn't notice beforehand, this was just kind of an impulse buy for me, and I didn't realize that it didn't even record video at all. So you can't even record 480p or, you know, whatever was the standard back in 2006. This just does not record video at all, which was definitely a little bit of a letdown for me because I love recording video. That's pretty much, you know, my main focus is, you know, video recording. However, of course, from 2006, you know, it's a photography camera, DSLR, so 100% fine, it doesn't record video. I'm sure if it did, it still really wouldn't be very good quality at all anyways, so that's not a super big issue. Something else I liked is this screen up here on the top. So most entry-level cameras don't have that. That's kind of more of a, you know, something that more professional higher end cameras have. Like for example, you know, the Nikon D3100 or D32 or D3300 don't have this because those are the entry level. However, of course, the D80 has it, and you know, the more higher end Nikon cameras have it. And same with the Canon line. The Canon T3i and T5i and T7i don't have this screen on top here, but the Nikon 80D and 70D and 60D do have it. So it's kind of just, you know, basically something that the more higher end DSLRs have on the top there. And it pretty much just shows some of your information like battery life, shutter speed, ISO, that sort of stuff. So it's pretty nice to have that up there. And just the usability of this, kind of the ergonomics in general are pretty nice. It's definitely sort of hefty in the hand, and it's not super light, but it has a really good size grip on it. It feels really good in the hand. And honestly, I mean, it's super comfortable to hold. I really had no issues with holding it with the button or dial placement or anything like that. It's all pretty good to use, and there's really nothing that seems out of place on this, which is awesome. And of course, the image quality coming out of this isn't breathtaking or anything like that. I believe it's 8 megapixels, 6 or 8 megapixels. However, if you're posting on social media, if you're, you know, not blowing it up really big and maybe cropping in or anything like that, it's really not that big of a deal, you know. It's still a decent resolution. It's only a little bit less than the iPhones are, and iPhones shoot amazing quality photos. So it's nothing crazy, it's not breathtaking. You know, the ISO performance is pretty bad. You know, there's a lot of noise and really any ISO above the base ISO. So you're not gonna be able to shoot good photos in low light or any darker environments. But for $40 to $60, maybe less if you find it at a thrift store or something like that, this camera shoots some pretty awesome photos, especially if you already have good quality Nikon lenses, which obviously I don't. I just have a cheap 50mm Yongnuo lens. This Sigma lens is pretty awesome, but I haven't really gotten much use out of it yet. But if you have really good quality Nikon lenses and you're just looking for like a B or a C camera, like some sort of backup camera, I'm sure this camera would take awesome looking photos with, you know, some really good quality glass. But that's pretty much just my first thoughts, the first impressions of using this camera. Like I said, go down and subscribe to my main channel if you want to see the full review of this. I'll have a lot more photo examples and go more in depth on this, so stay tuned for that. But that wraps this video up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.